Here's a trade that I placed and I have no idea whether it will win or lose. And that's exactly how real trading works. In this video, I'll walk you through that trade as it's placed, not after the fact. I explain why I entered, where my risk is defined, and how I manage the position without knowing the outcome. This isn't hindsight analysis or cherry-picked results. It's real decision making under uncertainty. You'll see how I decide when a trade is worth taking, how I approach entries without prediction or emotional attachment, where my stop is, and what is my plan to manage ongoing trades. And this is tied to my daily routine. And the goal is not to be right on every trade. It's to execute a repeatable process with consistency. If you're interested in learning how I approach personally trading in practice, not theory, then this will give you a clear picture. So remember to subscribe for more insights like this. Let's dive in. So I'm going to talk about the first trade of 2026, first trade that I took. And this happened this weekend because, as you know, I'm taking I look at markets when they are closed, right? I trade off a weekly time frame. That's the beauty of it. So I do not need to look at the markets during the day. I do not need to monitor actively my trades. I just have a quick look every day and I do my routine screening, placing trades, managing my trades under 30 minutes every day. That's all it takes. So yeah, actually we just had a good opportunity popping up this weekend. So I'm just gonna take you through it. We're gonna go through basically the reason why this trade looks good. We're gonna go through the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elements of an explosive trade. I have a separate video on that, so feel free to go and watch it if you want more details. So I'll quickly run through that. And yeah, I'll show you where I place entry and stop and why. And that's about it. So a disclaimer first, right? This is how I trade. This is like the real reality of me trading and doing my thing every day. So right there, I have a resting order, right? I placed that order yesterday on Saturday while doing my screening. And hopefully this will be executed on Monday. So I will be in the trade. I do not know if that trade is going to work out or not. I do not know, right? I do know that by doing this consistently, following these 6 elements, by training my eyes through screening, through a database of great charts, great opportunity that I compile myself, I get better and better. And I know that exposing myself to these setups statistically gives me great odds of making money. That's all it is. This could be a losing trade, right? I do not know. There are many people on the internet and on YouTube that will show you like amazing trades and so on. And is extremely easy to do with hindsight. Once you know what happens, you God. You can do whatever you want. You can make as much money as you want with hindsight, right? Fictive money. But real trading looks like this. We don't know what's going on there on the right side of the chart, and that we'll figure it out as the weeks go by. And I have no idea if this trade is going to work. But I know that based on the way I trade, my strategy, and how I look at charts, I have good chances. It could be a small win. It could be a small loss. It could also be a massive win, right? I don't know. I will manage my trade according to the 4 scenarios that any trade can take shape of, and I have a separate video on that as well if you want. So now that being said, let's look at this trade, right? So this stocks is on the Spanish market. It's COFB. I forgot how it's called. COFB is the ticker. Forgot the name of the company. Now actually it's on the Belgium market. It's on the Euronext Brussels, I think, and I think it's a real estate company. So interestingly, this stock has been going down for quite a few years, right? Since like 2020, basically 2022, it's been going down. And then we had this large base forming sideways consolidation You know, people taking profit, people buying, taking profit, buying. And then earlier this year, we had a clear break off that base. It broke that key level. I drew it here. We could have drawn it maybe there with massive. Actually, I'm gonna add the volumes. There you go. So we extracted off that large base with massive volumes. I mean, absolutely massive, right? So why is that important? Because basically around there was no interest, not much interest in the stock, right? This has been going downhill. Nobody's looking at it. You might have people accumulating there, but you know, it's a bit erratic. Nothing's going on. I haven't actually checked what happened there in April, but this is very likely following strong results in news. Could be acquisition, merger, a big contract that dropped, or something positive, right? Usually there's a positive news flow tied to that. And we had, look at this. I mean, this going up, right? Started from there. We had strong candle there. We had another big one there. And then massive one that broke that key level. And we held above that level. And that's very important. So that means we went from a bear market, bearish outlook, to a ranging outlook, but still at the bottom of the drop. And we had a clear break, a clear run up for more than a year, right? A clear run with almost almost 100%, I think, a bit less, from the low of 48 to as high as 80, right? So a bit less than 100% run up. And what that means with volume, with strong candles like that, it means we have a change in momentum. We are moving away from this bearish kind of sideways outlook to a strong upward momentum. And this, the volumes tell us that there is now sudden interest. Something happened that changed, that helped basically change the configuration of that graph. It means that more buyers came in. So we had a strong break, strong momentum up, right? You can see that. That's the number one of the 6 elements, strong momentum up. And we are consolidating now above that key level of that large base. So we are definitely now, we are at the start of a bullish phase. We are consolidating above, and that consolidation is clean. That's number 2. We want a clean consolidation pattern. And we have a beautiful cup. So that's the cup here. And handle, right? I can draw it for you. A cup and the handle. We have that very much there. It's beautiful. Number 3 that we have is a clear and obvious resistance line. We have that. The price never closed and penetrated much that level. You can see how many times it's bouncing off that level, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, that's a lot, right? So we had something that extracted itself from that large base, strong run up, right? It's stuck a bit there, profit taking, run up again. That's basically the nature of like cup and handle, right? That's what it's made of. Run up again, more profit taking, but less this time, forming the handle, and then break. So number 4 there is contraction, reduction of volatility. So the first indication there is the Bollinger Bands. Look how tight they are. They are pinching, they are horizontal. Look how tight this is, right? And this is horizontal for quite a while. So that means that this pattern is mature enough. It means that it's long enough. And we have also reduction in volatility toward the end of the pattern with the handle, which is contrasting with the cup. So we have a beautiful handle in 1, maybe 2 double bottom before the breakout. And the breakout is number 5. We want a clear signal, a clear breakout, which is going to tell us, all right, this consolidation is over. We have cleared the key level. We have a strong close above the level, resuming the uptrend, and not too far so that we would enter, too far away with our stop, too our stop too far away as well, and it would be too risky to enter because the amount of momentum that has been used up is too much, as I explained before. And also not too low, right? We want to have a break that you don't want something that close too low, too close from the resistance line, right? Because that's not going to be clear enough. You don't know if it's just a little excess and it's going to go back down or not. So you want a clear close, and that is perfect. It's really not too big. It's not small at all. It's just really, really clear. So that's our number 4. And number 5, sorry, a clear breakout. And now if I drop in a daily time frame, we want to have volumes. And right there on that, yes, like that, that's the proper way to draw it. And right there on our break, you can see we had a little few candles shy. It's like a bit shy, you know, we don't have much volume. And there, on that candle, it closes clearly above. There's nothing else behind there. We are on the, really, we cleared everything. And we have increasing volumes. We have a clear increase in volumes. If you draw actually a moving average of the volume, you will see that this is higher than the average volume. Look at the size of that volume bar is higher than most of the bar from before, right? That's what you want. You want a clear breakout with volume, and that's number 6, and we had it. So I'll go back to my weekly time frame. So that's it. That's like, this might not be the most pristine, best, you know, like pattern, whatever, but it has everything, in my opinion, to take position. So that is why I did. That is why I took position right there. And my entry is above the high of the breakout, and my stop is below the last low. And that's about it. That's the first trade of the year. Now, what I'm gonna do is my routine every day in the morning, and I'm gonna monitor, okay, has my resting order been executed? So am I in the trade or not? I'm gonna look at how price develops. Is it gonna reach a level where I can take partial profits? Is it gonna shape up? Which of the 4 ways the trend develop is it gonna shape up into? That will affect how I manage my trade. And I also have a separate video on my trading routine if you like to know how I do that every day. So that's about it. First trade of the year. I don't know if it's going to be a winner. Of course, I hope so. But time will tell. And if this one doesn't work out, others will. The point is to repeat a process to have a repeatable decision-making process, right? Something you can reproduce without too much judgment, without too much effort or question. Like criteria you're going to follow that are going to be fairly consistent every time you trade. And this is what will allow you to capitalize and to overall on average make money. That's what trading is, right? It's not about certainty. I do not know, like I said, if this trade is going to work. I'm sharing it with you also a bit as an experiment, but I'm being honest and transparent, right? That's something I took. Now, is it going to work out? We will see. It has good chances. I will keep you posted. Now you know it's out there, so we'll see. And if it doesn't work, that's okay, right? It's part of trading. You win some, you lose some. So that's about it. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to learn more about this, feel free to watch the other videos. Head over the website, drop your mail for more news, and also subscribe to that channel. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.